hear what you have to say about how to process that. How do patients hear these news from us providers, and should we expect as providers, as our patients should react, and how can patients see how they're going to process that information, and how can they take that as they move forward?
Yeah, patients are definitely going to be experiencing almost like the stages of grief, but not not necessarily in any order. But they're going to have major, it's going to be shock at first, and you're going to be denial, and this isn't happening, this can't be real, and anger at how could they do this, and this is ridiculous, they're overreacting, all these kinds of thoughts and feelings, right, about anger, and then the sadness and just despondency, just feeling depressed that you have no control over this and there's nothing you can do. And that is it's a hard feeling. I think patients, you want to understand that you're going to be feeling this and going through this. Know it's normal. First of all, know that these are normal feelings, and know that that's part of grieving, but that you can, just because you're grieving doesn't mean you're going to stay there, that you will come out of this will end and things will change and start up again, and you can have that sense of control. So now during this uncertainty, this pause, let's call it a pause. It's kind of a euphemism, but I'm sure patients don't feel like it's pause. They probably have other, other not so nice words to say about it, but and I understand. But this is a time to, really practice acceptance of what is today. So day by day, one day at a time. Like, I call it future trip. And I don't call it, somebody else named it, but future tripping is when you get out in the future and you say, okay, what if this, if March, then my date will be here. And then you start doing your calendar starting in March 30th. Well, then March 30th comes and there's another change. It rattles you again. So just take one day at a time and accept what it is today, knowing that tomorrow may change. It may change in a positive direction. We don't know. We just know that this is what is today. And that's about acceptance. And the more we can practice acceptance, how we accept things is by not future tripping, by not getting out in our thoughts. And how we do that is by these mindfulness techniques I was telling you about. So like 10 minutes of maybe trying to do some yoga, 10 minutes of just trying to clear your mind. Go for a walk and just stare at the trees, try. I know people are like, that's really hard, I can't clear my mind. So then try some, get on like an app and do a visualization technique for 10 minutes a day, and just try that. And so you're basically, you're training your mind to let go of those thoughts about the future. You're just training it to let go. You do have control over your thoughts. You have to start by thinking about what you're thinking. I mean, it's so meta. It's very meta, but you can do it. We all can do it. Yeah. That's why we're pretty, advanced as a species, is because we can do that. So, just start paying attention to your thoughts and give yourself carve out that time. You have some now to start doing some visualizations. I have some free ones up. You can, my link in my bio on Instagram, you can do those on SoundCloud for free. Do one that works for you. You can start with 1 minute, you can go all the way up to 20. And there's for different
what is your, could you, I don't want to misspell your name. Can you just tell us what your,
my Instagram name is.
Oh, your Instagram, the links.
My Instagram, so you can find me on all the social media platforms at.
I will tag you, but so you can
Jana Rupnow LPC. So LPC stands for Licensed Professional Counselor, and my name is spelled JANARUPNOW LPC. So that you can find me there. I'm going to actually also post up a meditation where I teach you how to do it. And it's like, this is like beginner's meditation. And that's, my son's working on it now, and I'm going to post that up really soon. So you can go there if you've never done this before, and you can try it. And listen, I get it. When I first started doing meditation back in 2014, I sat down to do a visualization exercise. It was 3 minutes. I think it was a minute long that my mentor recommended to me. I couldn't even make it through that. I couldn't make it through. I was like, no, I'm not doing this. I can't do this. I can't sit still. But he encouraged me to keep practicing it, and I did. And the more I practiced it, the easier it got and the better I got at it. And I was able to just engage that, what we call the relaxation response. That's the relaxation response. I was able to engage that anytime. Now I can engage it anytime I want because I've trained my brain to do it. So it takes some practice, but just keep doing it.
So Jana, how does a patient or a person or anyone, when should they reach out to a specialist like you, a professional like you? like when should they say, you know what, maybe I should reach out, maybe I could get some tools. I mean, I do have patients that are extremely competent. Most of my patients, I mean, they have everything, and that's why they want to grow their family. But just because you're well educated and you have everything doesn't mean that you have the tools to process a lot of this and the guidance. And just because your spouse is amazing doesn't mean that they have the best skill set to help you, you know. So at what point should they reach out to you?
If they are feeling like they have nobody to talk to, if they're feeling really extreme feelings of depression and sadness and kind of hopelessness, definitely it's a time to reach out and schedule a consult or a counseling session. You can do telecounseling easily on video like this, or even just on the phone. If you don't want to do face-to-face, you just want to stay in your PJs and your messy hair and just no pressure. But just to have somebody to listen to what you're feeling and to give you that hope and that encouragement again. I think we all need that when we're discouraged. We need to hear from someone else who's in a different place. And so definitely if you're feeling any of those feelings, reach out and give yourself that help right now in that time. Because I tell you what, when people, they always say that the therapy or counseling works best for people who need it least, which basically means that, you know, people think they should go to counseling when something's wrong with them. No, go to counseling to just level up your life, because you can learn some amazing skills.
I mean, I tell my patients, look, do you think a football player, professional football player, a basketball player or president get there where they are? No, they all need these people to help them out. You need that help to go to the next level.
You do.
And if you are to have the mental capacity to organize your life and your thoughts and everything around you, the people around you, you need some tools. And we're not all born with them, and at all times we don't have them. And so it doesn't mean that someone, in my view, has to be completely clinically depressed, but I think there are tools that can be very helpful to deal with infertility, and definitely during these times for seriously.
Oh yeah, I mean, you could reach out, you're right, those are kind of more the if you're really feeling bad, definitely call it. But you can do this even if you're feeling snappy, edgy, anxious. You've put it off. You've thought about it in the past 2 years, but you just haven't done it yet. Do it now. This is your pause. This is your time to do it. So there's so many reasons. It doesn't have to be any of these other reasons, these more extreme reasons that I explained. Yeah. So you just want to learn a new skill on how to stay more patient with your spouse, or that you and your spouse can communicate better. I do this test. It's a great personality test I have my couples take, and it's called the Enneagram. And you can actually, anybody who's watching, go out and take it right now on the Enneagram Institute. And you learn what your personality is, what number. Everybody has a number, and it's no good or bad personality. It's just who you are. And it really helps people to learn each other and have better relationships with each other. So if you're spending more time together, getting on your nerves, it's time to learn more about each other. There's so many reasons to reach out to me besides just some of the more extreme feelings of sadness. Yeah, absolutely.
Super. Well, Jana, I think you're amazing. And like I've said before, you're the queen of video conferencing and telemedicine. And I hope to learn some of your tips, because
I tell you what. I started doing Skype counseling and marketing for it before, 10, 15 years ago, or 10 years ago, basically. And now it's really taking off. I do want to say, just, we are on our phones now, we're on our TV. So when we're looking at, I have that 5, 10, 20 rule. So 5 minutes of zone out, just decompress, put the mask on, reduce stimulation. 10 minutes of some sort of a mind clearing, a meditation, yoga activity. And then 20 minutes is the most important one. This is the hard one for many people, but 20 minutes is 20 minutes of no screen time, no news, no media, nothing. 20 minutes a day of no screen time. And that challenge, that can be liberating too, because if you just unplug from that for a bit, it can release a lot of pressure and stress. So
it's been awesome, Jana. So
great.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
It was great. And I'm sure we'll meet again.
Yeah, and reach out to me if you want to schedule a request appointment. You can do that on Instagram. You can also go through the link in my bio. You can also go to my website, JanaRupnow.com, and request appointment online, and then I follow up with you with an email. So I'm here for you.
Thank you, Jana. Thank you so much.
All right.
Take care.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.